Correct. Blood, 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 blood. Let's get to it. In the beginning, there was Cain and there was Abel. Adam and Eve was the first man and woman on this earth. They had a child by the name of Cain. Cain soon after had a baby brother by the name of Abel. One day, Cain brought forth to God his offering, and Abel did likewise. God accepted Abel's offering, but did not accept Cain's offering. So Cain got upset, and God spoke to Cain, and he said, Cain, why are you mad? If you do as well as your brother did, I would accept your offer. Cain didn't want to hear that. So Cain had hatred inside of his heart from that day forth. One day, Cain's jealousy, hate, envy, and rage got him to a boiling point, and he seeked his brother out, and he murdered him. He killed him. Abel's blood cried out to God. God heard the blood of Abel, and he answered him. God went to Cain and said, where's thy brother? Where's your brother? Cain said, am I my brother's keeper? He said, am I my brother's keeper? I want y'all to think about that. Bloods, Crips, correct, black, 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 black. On the streets, you got the Bloods and you got the Crips. They look just like me. All the killing, all the murdering. They never tell y'all about the other side of that coin. Whether you in front of the gun or you behind the gun. You get locked up in some of these prisons, it don't matter if you were correct or you black, 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 black blood, right? Don't matter. Because when you get behind them walls and it's 100 of them white boys, 100 of them ABs, in the dormitory, and it's only about 20 of y'all, 10 Crips, 10 Crips, 10 Bloods, right? Y'all gotta join forces to become that one blood, right? Y'all hit that like button. I'm just getting started. This is Real Talks. Go pop some popcorn, go get your favorite beverage, and get ready for the show. I remember one day I was in my cell, minding my own business like I usually do. I see it was about 8 Crips in our pod. I've been in here for the better part of maybe 4 or 5 months, give or take. At first, it was 2 Crips in here in our pod. About 18 white boys, 2 Crips, maybe about 8 Mexicans. But the Mexicans wasn't gangbanging. They was doing their own thing. As time went on, there was more Crips that came into our pod. These Crips would later on start organizing in such a way that they started doing the extortion game. Right? They would get a list out, right? They'd get a list out. And they'd go to certain guys with a list and say, hey, I need for you to get these items on commissary day, on store day. If you do not have them items, I'm going to beat you up. Me and my Crips homies is going to beat you up. Like clockwork, Friday come. Them Crips will go to these men's cells that they gave that list to get them items. And like clockwork, they'll have them items. They didn't approach me for some odd reason at the time. Well, it was my time for me to get approached. You see, I never really talked to too many people in there at all. I usually kept to myself. Why? Because I had nothing to talk about. The only thing that was on my mind was a woman and doing push-ups. And when was the next time I was going to eat a meal? Simple, right? So one day, I'm out there in the day room. And this Crip by the name of Too Short. Correct! Right? Too Short. He come over there. And he say, hey, what's up, homie? I look at him like, what's up? He like, I noticed you been up in here and, you don't really talk to nobody. What's up with you? Is you blood or something? I said, no, I'm not blood. I don't gang bang. I don't do nothing. He like, oh, okay. Well, here. So he give me this list. I look at it. There's 15 soups, 4 bags of Doritos, and 10 Pepsis, and 3 Slim Jims. I said, what is this? He said, make sure you have that Friday. I said, I got you. I gets up, I go to my cell. I go to my stash. I go get that. YouTube, this is a toy. It's not real. I go get that. Then I come back out. I see him over there by the water fountain talking to 2 of his homies. And they looking right at me. See, what they did not know, I don't care if you correct or you black, blood. See, me, I was a lone wolf, meaning I didn't have to join no gang. Why? Because I don't do well with taking orders from another man. I cannot take orders for somebody that mentality is not like mine. To be honest, I think I might be one of the most intelligent, smartest inmates that ever walked the yard. So there's no way that I'm going to go under another man, right? That day, the Crips learned that I pushed that knife. So I went over there. I said, hey, let me holler at you. I was talking to the leader at this point. He said, what's up, cuz? I said, your little homeboy gave me this note and he told me I better have these items on Friday. He said, oh yeah? I said, yeah. He said, well, you better have that on Friday. I said, bet. So I whipped out. He like, yo, chill out, cuz. Chill out, cuz. I banged out. Hit that like button. They wasn't used to that type of pressure. When locked up, you only got yourself. Usually guys, when they get in there, they join a gang for protection. Sometimes you got to be a little off. Sometimes you got to be a little nutty. Sometimes you got to be able to push that knife when it's time to push it. When you go in there and you don't want to join an organization, you got to push that blade immediately to let everybody know that you're not about to run down on me and extort me. You're not going to pick me out, beat me up, punk me out, and take whatever you want to take from me whenever you want to take it. That's out. That's dead. Now, when I whipped out, both of his homeboys bagged up. He was like, yo, cuz, chill. I'm like, what we doing? It's 3-on-1. 2 more of his Crip homeboys come flying around the corner. And they say, yeah, I'm whipped out, baby. Whipped out. Gripped up. Ready to apply immediate violence on the first man that want to leap. You see, I looked at it like this. The worst thing that they could do to me is kill me. That's the worst thing a man could do to you, ultimately, is kill you. But the problem is that I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that there was a God trillions of years ago that spoke words, and these words became living things. I believe that there was a God that had a son that he made, crafted, and molded, right? And sent him down to this earth to die for me and your sins. I was ready to die. Every day that I woke up, I asked God to forgive me for all my sins and to protect me as I go through my journey in this prison. So I was ready to die. That day, the Crips knew if he's going to push that blade, somebody's going to die. We might go and jump him. We might even get to poke him up. But one or two of us is going to feel that pressure of that blade. Who it's going to be? Let me tell y'all something. I wasn't the toughest. I wasn't the most baddest Billy Bad ASS there. I wasn't. I know that I was a man, right? That didn't play around at all. If anybody even slightly disrespected me, it was met with extreme, immediate violence. Some men don't have that willpower. Some men just don't got that in them to push that line, right? You can say whatever you want to say about me, but that's cool, right? Because behind them bars, you either going to be a sheep or you're going to be a wolf. There's no in-betweens. 10 years ago, I was a wolf, right? I didn't prey on nobody at all. I kept to myself and I talked to a few people, right? I always tell y'all, never associate with people that you wouldn't associate with in the streets. Because if you get locked up and you're not a gang member and you decide to hang around gang members and you want to get down with the Crips or the Bloods, right? And if you ain't built like that, you're going to be in a world of trouble. Sometimes you just can't walk up to one of these gangs and say, I want to get out. They might put you on a mission. They might make you go push that blade on another inmate. You can potentially lose your life on that mission. You can potentially complete that mission, but end up getting a whole life sentence by the system for pushing that blade, all in the name of gang banging. The Crips, they found out that day that Dante, you wasn't going to push that line on me. I wasn't getting no support at all from the outside. My family abandoned me. I was making a lot of bad decisions, okay? Real bad decisions that my family basically turned their back on me while I was locked up. And yes, I did deserve it. But I found God, right? I was approached by the Muslim organization. I even thought about becoming a Muslim, but it just didn't sit right with me. But it's a whole nother video. Just know this, y'all. I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm not trying to push my religion or my beliefs on y'all. But listen, we only got one life to live. There's plenty of religions out there. Pick, choose, right? Whatever helps you, roll with it. After that day, they never ran down on me again. In fact, dang near every other day, I was approached by their leader asking me, man, you should get down. You should join us. Here's my problem. The reason why I didn't want to join them, because I was so spiritual inside that even when I had to whip the blade out and potentially put that knife to work, I didn't want to. I thought about Cain and Abel. These are my brothers. Whether they was Bloods or Crips, we all brothers. I think about the AB, the Aryan Brotherhood, right? I think about the Mexican Mafia. The violence, the murder, the pain that these gangs put out against their own, it goes back to Cain and Abel. See, God said, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. From the Mexican gangs, Latino gangs, black gangs, white gangs. If you strip this off, the skin off underneath, we are made up of all of the same material. Blood, tissue, muscle. Every time a black man dies by the hands of another black man in the name of gang banging, what's the point? That's a whole generation lost. There's genocide. Genocide. Sometimes when I be making these prison stories and jail stories, I sit back and I be thinking like, man, instead of me making these videos, maybe I should be talking about the Bible. Me telling these stories is entertainment. Are y'all really learning anything from these videos? Besides how to push that blade into another man? Or the booty warriors running around violating men? Being demonic, being despicable, pushing that demonic agenda? Or should we talk about Cain and Abel? Should we talk about Nebuchadnezzar and how God brought one of the most powerful kings of this that ever roamed this earth down to his knees and took his mind and made him like an animal? Or should we talk about Moses when he said to Pharaoh, let my people go? Right? How we wandered around in the desert for all them years. How God actually showed himself to the people. Yeah, real talk. Did y'all know that? Mount Sinai. God showed himself to the Israelites. He set up precautions. He told Moses to tell Aaron, to tell the men, set up bounds around the mountain. That way nobody can come up there and touch, because if they touch that mountain, they would die. And then God descended down in a cloud of thunder and smoke and lightning and got to talking. But the people really couldn't understand it because it was so loud and terrifying. And they said, Moses, please, you talk to him for the behalf of us. We're terrified. Moses, please, you talk to him. We don't want to talk to him no more. It's too terrifying. Or so we get a little bit more deeper about idol worshiping. Oh, we finna get dirty. Y'all hit that like button. It's about to get real, real. Idol worshiping. What is idol worshiping? In the Bible, the first commandment said, there shall be no God but me. You shall have no other gods but me. Who is our gods of today? You say, well, I don't worship Zeus. I don't worship Horus, Isis. I don't worship these ancestors. Let me tell y'all people out there that be talking about, oh, I want to worship the ancestors. I hope the ancestors is looking over me and I'm channeling my energy from the ancestors. You do know a lot of our ancestors was messed up, right? A lot of our ancestors was foul. Huh? A lot of our ancestors was foul. And you up there talking about, oh, I'm channeling my energy. We all know people in our family right now is foul. There is only one living, breathing God. Whether you believe in him or not, it is what it is. I need for y'all to hit that like button. I don't tell y'all to hit the like button for nothing. I tell y'all to hit the like button so that this message will go out. When y'all hit the like button, the YouTube algorithm push out these videos. Right now, everybody that's out there that can hear my voice, you don't know if tomorrow is promised. We all hear that. Right now, somebody is losing their life right now in the name of gang banging. Right now, somebody is losing their life right now in a violent way. So when I say tomorrow not promised, sometimes tomorrow ain't promised. Tell that to the person that's not about to wake up. Tell that person that's right now that's suffering from a gunshot wound to the dome or to the chest. Or somebody that's in the prison, right? Getting that knife put on them. Everybody that say that they your brother ain't your brother. Remember, Cain killed Abel.